Castro Laboreiro Dog. The Castro Laboreiro Dog is a courageous and reliable working dog, which was developed in the village Castro Laboreiro situated in the highlands of northern Portugal. Currently there are 200–500 purebred specimens living, so it's a truly rare breed. Furthermore, it's regarded as one of the oldest livestock guardians, which came from Iberian Peninsula. The Castro Laboreiro Dog existed in its native Portugal for hundreds and perhaps thousands of years. The first records of this breed dates back to the 18th century, but it was kept by rural Portuguese farmers much longer before that. Evidently all suggestions of its ancestry are based on scattered facts, and so they are a mere guesswork. Up until recently there has been a theory that the breed descended from Mastiff-type dogs, which were imported to Portugal during Roman era. Some dogs experts even claim that its direct forefather is the Molossus, the renowned Roman war dog and predecessor of most Mastiff-type breeds. This theory has been lately recognized as being beneath criticism for two major reasons. First of all, the Castro Laboreiro Dog very remotely resembles the descriptions of majority of Mastiff-type dogs. And secondly, newly conducted genetic research showed that it doesn't share common ancestry with other Portuguese guarding breeds, considering that most of them are Mastiffs. With much more probability the breed can be ascribed to the group of the Lupimolossoids. Under this classification group dogs historians united breeds, which are considered to be a descendant from first guarding dogs. This implies that the breed was developed between 5,000 to 7,000 years ago when agriculture was introduced to this region. For centuries the Castro Laboreiro Dog was used by Portuguese farmers as a highly reliable guard dog. The secluded highlands of northern Portugal served inhabitant for various predators, which posed notable threat for local livestock. The dog was responsible for detecting a ferocious animal and notifying with its vocal bark about its approach. Throughout its history this region was frequently invaded by various armies as long as robbers and bandits, so the security of the household was of first priority for poor farmers. The Castro Laboreiro Dog had to protect the farmers' families at night. The breed's population concentrated predominantly in a small area around Castro Laboreiro, but it was rather well known in Portugal. During the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century local predators were driven to the edge of extinction. During this time the situation with banditry was taken under control by improved police forces. That's why many local farmers deserted their Castro Laboreiro dogs and its number shrank drastically. Thanks to several loyal fanciers the breed was preserved, and nowadays it's kept as property guarding dog and a home pet. In 1935 it received international recognition by Fédération Cynologique Internationale. The United Kennel Club recognized the Castro Laboreiro in 2006. The Castro Laboreiro Dog specializes in guarding and possesses personality, which is fairly typical for a guard dog. It forms strong bonds with its family and expresses an utmost devotion to it. Furthermore, it tends to love and protect its member equally. The dog needs to be correctly socialized with children to treat them with proper gentleness and attentiveness. At the same time it usually quickly loses its patience, so it's essential to constantly observe its interaction with younger members of the family. It's well known that the Castro Laboreiro Dog demonstrates distrust and even aggression when it meets unfamiliar people. Even properly trained specimen will welcome new acquaintances with fierce growl and threatening posturing. Although it seldom resorts to force and confines itself to stern warning, its ferocity is capable to deter virtually any intruder, so it will make an exceptional watchdog. And of course this dog excels as a guard dog both for property and personal. Due to its powerful protective instinct the Castro Laboreiro Dog has bad reputation with other canines, which are oftentimes perceived as trespassers on its subordinated territory. It doesn't mean that it can't live with other dogs. Actually it usually closely attaches to the dog with which it has been raised together. However, some males can develop notable canine aggression, so they should be kept as a single dog. The breed is usually at odds with other species of animals and pursues and kills stray cats. Castro Laboreiro Dog can get on fairly well only with a home cat, which it has known since its puppyhood. The Castro Laboreiro Dog is very difficult to train since vast majority of its specimens are independent thinkers and obey poorly even to their master. Many of these dogs are extremely stubborn, sometimes to the point of defiance. This breed also strives to assert dominant stance and will periodically challenge the alpha position of the handler. It doesn't purport that the Castro Laboreiro Dog can't be trained, but it definitely means that its master should be more patient, dedicated and consistent when things concern the dog's training. It doesn't respond at all to tough methods of training, so it's necessary to apply only positive reinforcement while working with this dog. The Castro Laboreiro is well accommodated for very strenuous physical activities, and its favorite type of physical activity is walking. On the whole, this dog requires impressive amount of exercise to feel itself fully happy and satisfied. The dog should be walked for at least an hour on a daily basis, but it truly strives for an opportunity to run unrestrained in the area with a high fence. The Castro Laboreiro is a poor choice for an apartment dweller and really requires a big and spacious yard.